My best friend hissed, "If I hear one sniffle during the ceremony, you're out of my life forever." So I said, "Okay, done." Brooke was a total bridezilla. I've known her since freshman year of college. I love her like a sister. But the woman who emerged during wedding planning was a creature I had never encountered before. It started small, color-coded spreadsheets, 17 Pinterest boards, a group chat that pinged 400 times a day. By month 6, she was weighing her bridesmaids to make sure we photographed evenly. By month 10, she had fired 2 florists and made a caterer cry. But nothing prepared me for 10 minutes before the ceremony. She gathered the entire wedding party in the bridal suite, her face twisted with manic intensity. "Listen carefully," she hissed. "The videographer cost $12,000. I need this footage to be flawless. That means absolute silence during the ceremony." We stared at her blankly. No crying, no laughing, no clapping, no whispering. If I hear one sniffle, one giggle, one person clearing their throat, they are out of my life forever. Zero noise. Do you understand? Nobody responded because honestly we were afraid to make sound. She turned to me, her maid of honor, her best friend, her loyal soldier. "Make sure they listen. Every single guest, I'm counting on you." I smiled my sweetest smile. "Don't worry, Brooke, they won't make a peep." I walked out to the ceremony space where 150 guests were settling into their seats. Beautiful venue, elegant decorations, absolutely no idea what was about to happen. I moved through the crowd like a flight attendant delivering safety instructions from hell. "Excuse me, the bride has requested complete silence during the ceremony. No clapping, no cheering, no laughing, no audible reactions of any kind. Please comply for the video quality." People looked confused, some looked offended. Brooke's grandmother asked if someone had died. "Just follow the rules," I said pleasantly. "Trust me." The string quartet began playing the processional. Everyone turned toward the aisle. Brooke appeared, radiant in her designer gown, clutching her father's arm, ready for her cinematic moment. Normally, this is when the crowd gasps, when someone whispers, "She looks beautiful," when the energy in the room shifts to collective joy. Instead, there was silence. Complete, deafening, uncomfortable silence. You could hear the air conditioning humming. You could hear a car honking 3 blocks away. You could hear Brooke's heels clicking against the stone floor. Clack, clack, clack. It didn't feel romantic. It felt like a horror movie where everyone had been replaced by mannequins. Brooke's smile wavered slightly as she processed the wall of blank faces staring at her. The ceremony began. The officiant spoke about love and commitment. His voice echoed weirdly in the silent room, like he was performing for an empty auditorium. The vows came. The groom, Theo, trying desperately to lighten the mood, made a sweet joke about how Brooke always stole his french fries. The crowd stared at him with the enthusiasm of people waiting at the DMV. No laughter, not even a polite chuckle. Just 150 adults sitting absolutely still, afraid to breathe wrong. Theo's voice cracked. He glanced at his groomsmen for support. They offered nothing. The officiant reached the crescendo. "I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride." They kissed. Silence. No applause. No cheering. No champagne of celebration. Just the sound of their lips separating and 150 people wondering if they were allowed to move yet. Brooke stood frozen, bouquet trembling in her hands. This wasn't the fairy tale. This was the nightmare. She grabbed Theo's hand and ran down the aisle. Not the joyful, celebratory run of a new bride. The panicked escape of someone fleeing a crime scene. I found her sobbing in the bridal suite 10 minutes later. "Why did everyone hate it?" she wailed. "Nobody clapped. Nobody smiled. It was the most awkward ceremony I've ever experienced. It felt like a funeral." I handed her a tissue. "We were just following your rules, sweetie. You wanted perfect audio. Zero noise. Absolute silence." Her face went through about 7 emotions in 3 seconds. "But I didn't mean, I thought they would know when you said no clapping. You said no laughing. You threatened to remove anyone who made noise from your life forever. We took you seriously." She stared at me with the dawning horror of someone who had just realized they were the architect of their own disaster. "The video is going to be awful. The video is going to be perfectly silent, just like you wanted." She buried her face in her hands. The videographer did capture everything flawlessly. Crystal clear audio. No background noise whatsoever. Just the officiant's voice echoing in a room that sound.